The doctor is in.
Dr. Howard Smith, recall reports.
Well, good afternoon, and welcome to what I hope will be a series of streams that we have going on. And today, what I want to do to kind of get into this a little bit and become accustomed to streaming. For years, I did a live radio program on WBZ radio, but this involves video and switching and all of it on the computer. So I'd like to thank you for clicking in if you're watching. Just a reminder that this will also be shown, if you will, on TikTok and the rest of the platforms that I put video on, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Today, I'm going to be recording this week's product and food recalls from the Consumer Product Safety Commission and the Food and Drug Administration. I'll later edit the recording and break it up into individual reports, which I will post on the usual places. So, you can see and hear my reports, by the way, on multiple feeds.
Howard Smith, recall reports.
Yes, you can see and hear my reports on multiple feeds, and let's go over those now, including TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, WordPress, SiriusXM, Mastodon, Blue Sky, and Threads. Also a reminder that the narratives and the references for all of my broadcasts are found on my website, which is drhowardsmith.com. Look under the menu item 2025 Pod Notes for the latest. And of course, you can find the pod notes from previous broadcasts on the other headings. By the way, my intent is to make this live stream a two-way experience with your participation. So if you have a question or a comment, you can text it to me at 617-488-9699. As soon as I get a chance to see the texts, I'll address yours. And typically, I'll be able to do that in between recording each of these reports. So what I'll do is stop and see if anybody has basically texted anything. And if so, then I will... I'll just look over here. Then I will address the text. In the near future, though, you'll also have a chance to call in so we can speak live on the air, and more about that later. In order to do that, by the way, what we'll be doing will be you text your number, your first name, and so forth, and then I will call you back if you indicate that you want to talk live online on the stream. By the way, when you text, give me a first name and a location. Make up anything you want. If you don't want to give your real one, that's fine. And then just indicate what you want to kind of talk about or whatever question it is. And then later on, we'll add the phone number and you'll indicate if you want me to call you. Of course, I won't put that phone number on the stream, so there will be privacy. So anyway, let's begin recording the recalls for today. And by the way, today's recalls include Teckwe hair dryer brushes, giant mouse folding knives, Duluth children's pajama sets, helmets made by TPBOR, which are NQDTPBOR helmets, Vornado room heaters, WorkPro office chairs, Samurai smoke alarms, Polaris off-road vehicles, and again, Polaris always seems to have a lot of recalls. I have to say that their off-road vehicles are recalled more than any other of the off-road vehicles. And Northern Tool Shop, Stools, and finally Lexmark Printers. So we'll be recording all of those. So what we'll do is let's start off. Let's go ahead and start off with the Teckwe hair dryer brushes. So this will be the usual recording. And by the way, you know, I do occasionally mess up and stop and have to re-record. So just to prepare you for that possibility. That's the realistic aspect of podcasting that we have to deal with. Okay, so, all right, here we go.
The doctor is in.
Teckwe hair dryer brushes can electrocute you. Shine Distribution Corporation now recalls Teckwe hair dryer brushes. The device lacks an immersion protection device, and that creates shock and electrocution hazards should the product fall into the water while plugged in. About 10,000 units were sold online through the Shine website and shipped nationwide to states including California, Texas, Florida, New York, Pennsylvania, and Illinois. Immediately stop using these recalled hair dryer brushes and unplug them to avoid injury. If you'd like a refund, contact Shine Distribution Corporation at 1-800-123-4567 or via the email recalls@Shine for instructions regarding return of this product.
Dr. Howard Smith, Recall Reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. So there you go. That's the first of the recordings, and that went well. So let's move on to the next one, which Chris Dawa roller window shades. So let's take a look at this. I guess the strings from the window shades can strangle you. It's amazing how these manufacturers produce many of these products and don't take a look at the practical aspects of them where they could be dangerous to the consumer. So here we go.
The doctor is in.
Chris Dawa roller window shades could actually strangle you. The maker of Chris Dawa products is now recalling Chris Dawa roller window shades. The window shades have long operating cords and lack required safety labeling, thereby violating federal safety regulations for window coverings. About 19,500 units were sold exclusively online through Amazon.com from December 2022 through September 2024. The roller shades were available nationwide, including in California, Texas, Florida, New York, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Georgia, North Carolina, and in other states. Immediately stop using the product and store these window shades and cords away from children. Contact the company via the email recallchrisdawa@163.com in order to receive a free operating cord wand repair kit. To obtain the kit, you must email a photo of the recalled product with the cord cut.
Dr. Howard Smith, Recall Reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Okie doke. So just a reminder that if you have any questions about any of these recalls, or you want to make any comments about the programs and the reports that I do, you can text them right now to 617-488-9699. That number again, 617-488-9699, and then I can take a look at the text and respond to your text. Eventually, we will have on-air phone calling, and my intent with these live broadcasts eventually is to have guests where we'll be talking about specific issues on each program, and such as women's health, such as sports medicine, such as treating colds, sinus infections, allergies, all of that we'll do on some of these live broadcasts. So let's move in next to the knives. So here we go.
The doctor is in.
Giant Mouse folding knives have defective safety locks. Giant Mouse LLC has recalled its Giant Mouse GM12 and GMP12 folding knives. These knives' locking mechanisms fail, and that creates a laceration hazard for users. About 600 knives were sold exclusively online through Giant Mouse's website from November 14th through November 15th, 2024, and then shipped to customers nationwide, including in California, Texas, Florida, New York, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Georgia, and North Carolina. Stop using these recalled knives and contact Giant Mouse at 1-833-665-6777 or via email at support@giantmouse.com in order to arrange for a full refund or a free repair, and that does include shipping.
Dr. Howard Smith, Recall Reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Okay, there we go. Let's see, we do have a text. Says, hello, Dr. Howard. This is Noah from New Jersey. Hope your year is going well so far. I send this text asking if the many successive Polaris recalls affect Indian motorcycles. I wasn't aware that Polaris and Indian were related. Are they? No, I wasn't aware that there was any relationship. But it's amazing. These Polaris recalls involve throttles, brakes, handles on the doors. I mean, it's just incredible. But I didn't realize there was any relationship with Indian motorcycles, which I believe, from what I understand, I haven't seen any Indian motorcycle recalls. I believe they tend to be fairly reliable machines. So anyway, thanks for the text, No. It's No from New Jersey. All right, let's move on to Duluth, trading children's holiday pajama sets. Here, whoop. Let's go back to that. Whoop, the knives, not to that. Nope. Okay, here we go. Let's start with this.
The doctor is in.
Duluth trading children's holiday pajama sets can ignite. Duluth Trading Company has recalled Duluth Trading children's holiday pajama sets. The pajamas violate federal flammability regulations for children's sleepwear, and that creates a risk of burn injuries. About 22,400 pajama sets were sold exclusively at Duluth Trading stores nationwide and online at duluthtrading.com from November 2019 through October 2019 through November 2024. The items were purchased by consumers across the United States, including those in California, Texas, Florida, New York, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and North Carolina. Stop allowing your children to wear these recalled pajamas and keep them away from children. Contact Duluth Trading at 1-866-300-9719 or via the email product recall K0040@duluthtrading.com, and this in order to arrange a full refund in the original form of payment or as store credit. To obtain the refund, you'll have to email a photo of the destroyed garments, top and bottom, back to the email I just mentioned.
Dr. Howard Smith, Recall Reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Okie doke. Before we go with others, let's take a look at this brief message.
All right, guys, we got to be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're going to run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm going to run around in circles, flatten my arms, and make engine noises like this.
When it comes to playing, we kids are the pros.
We're eating right, too.
We fuel up to play 60.
Your school doesn't have a program? Be a leader. Start one.
Click today and join the movement.
Excellent. So let's move on with the multi-purpose helmets. A reminder that if you do have any questions or comments about recalls or about this program or the reports that I do in general, you can text them right now to 617-488-9699, and I can address your texts in between the recording of the reports. Eventually, we'll have the ability to actually talk by phone on the program, and and have a two-way conversation, which I like doing, as I did for many years when I was on WBZ Radio as a talk show host. All right, so let's move on with NQDTPBOR, and that's quite some handle for these multi-purpose helmets. Here we go.
The doctor is in.
NQDP, let's do that again. All right, here we go. NQDTPBOR multi-purpose helmets are unsafe. Let's start that again. That was kind of messed up. Here we go.
The doctor is in.
NQDTPBOR multi-purpose helmets are unsafe. The TPBOR company is now recalling NQDTPOR. That's NQDTPBOR multi-purpose helmets. The helmets fail to meet federal safety regulations for positional stability, impact protection, labeling, and certification, and that creates a risk for head injuries in the event of a crash. About 684 of the helmets were sold exclusively on Amazon.com from May 2024 through August 2024. Stop using these recalled helmets and contact TPBOR via the email NQDTPBOR@outlook.com for a full refund. To get the refund, you must destroy the helmet by cutting the straps and email a photo of the destroyed helmet.
Dr. Howard Smith, recall reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. There we go, those helmets. I guess it can be a problem. Next, Vornado room heaters. So here we go.
The doctor is in.
Vornado room heaters have defective power cords. Vornado Air now recalls its Vornado VH2 whole room heaters lot codes July 24 and August 24. The power cords partially detach from the heater enclosure, and they tend to fray over time, and that creates an electric shock and fire hazards. About 7,700 880 units were sold exclusively online through Amazon.com from August 2024 through October 24 in Alabama, California, Florida, New York, Texas, Illinois, and in other states. Stop powering up these heaters immediately. Contact Vornado or Vornado at 1-844-205-7978 or via the email vh2recall@vornado.com in order to confirm whether your heater is part of the recall, and if so, follow instructions to receive a free replacement.
Dr. Howard Smith, recall reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Okay, WorkPro Momentum office chairs. Let's go into those. Here we go.
The doctor is in.
WorkPro Momentum office chairs can topple you. The Veyer company now recalls its WorkPro Momentum office chairs, models 851, 7865, and 286, 4384. The bolts that connect the chair back to its base crack, leading to falls and injuries. You would think they'd be able to test that before actually sending out this product. About 64,000 of the office chairs were sold nationwide at Office Depot and Office Max stores, as well as online through Amazon.com, OfficeDepot.com, Walmart.com, and eBay.com. The sales occurred from October 2021 through September 2024. Stop sitting in these recalled chairs and contact Veyer at 1-833-881-0087 or via the email at support@MomentumWarranty.com to receive a free repair kit.
Dr. Howard Smith, recall reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Okie dokie. Just a reminder, if you do have any questions about any of these reports or the program in general and want to text me, the number to text is 617-488-9699, and I can take a look at your text and address your concerns. Eventually, we will do call-in phone calls, if you will, where you can talk directly with me, and we'll have a two-way conversation and discuss whatever question or concern you may have. All right, let's move on with Samurai Mini Smoke Alarms.
The doctor is in.
Samurai Mini Smoke Alarms aren't properly alarming. The 361 company now recalls its Samurai Mini Smoke Alarm model SM1. The device fails to trigger reliably an alert in the case of a fire, and that leads to smoke inhalation, burn hazards. About 328,000 of these smoke alarms were sold exclusively through HSN and online at hsn.com from July 2020 through November 2024. Stop depending on these detectors and immediately contact 361 at recall@samuraibrands.com in order to arrange for a free replacement alarm. To obtain the replacement, you have to write recalled on the smoke alarm with a permanent marker, take a photo of the marked product, and upload it to samuraibrands.com/recall.
Dr. Howard Smith, Recall Reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Okay, now here we're going to get, before we get to Polaris, Rangers, and Cruise off-road vehicles, let's take a look at this message.
Exercise acts as a natural treatment against generalized anxiety disorder. It is recommended of 30 minutes of aerobic exercise for most days of the week. Affected individuals have seen a 48% decrease with this type of treatment.
All right, on to Polaris. Polaris, Ranger, and Crew off-road vehicles. Apparently this time the problem, defective doors. Here we go.
The doctor is in.
Polaris, Ranger, and Crew off-road vehicles have defective doors. Polaris Industries is now recalling model year 2024 through 2025 Ranger XD 1500 and Crew XD 1500 recreational off-road vehicles. The vehicles have door handles that stick, and that allows the door to open unexpectedly while the vehicle is in motion. Now, these unsafe doors create a risk of crashes and injuries when an unrestrained rider is ejected from the vehicle. About 4,200 recreational off-road vehicles and 393 replacement doors are affected in the U.S., with about 291 additional units affected in Canada. So stop riding these recalled vehicles and inspect the door handles, following the instructions provided by Polaris to all registered owners. That is, Polaris will contact you if you're a registered owner. Another reason to register your vehicle when you buy it. If your vehicle is affected, contact Polaris at 1-800-765-2747 or via the email owner.connections@polaris.com in order to arrange free repairs and replacement door handles.
Dr. Howard Smith, Recall Reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. All right, here we go with Stools from the Northern Tools Shop. So here we go.
The doctor is in.
Northern Tool Shop stools tend to fall apart. Northern Tool and Equipment now recalls its Northern Tool adjustable swivel shop stools with backrests, model number 20230 with the NT logo on the seat. The welded connection between the seat base and stool post brake, that is, the welded connection between the seat base and the stool post tends to break, and that leads to falls and injuries. About 51,770 units were sold in the United States, with an additional 34 sold in Canada. The stools were sold nationwide at Northern Tool and Equipment stores and online at northerntool.com, amazon.com, walmart.com, and ebay.com from September 2020 through June 2023. Stop using these recalled stools and contact Northern Tool and Equipment at 1-888-518-0342 in order to get a free replacement. Let's add the little stinger at the end there.
Dr. Howard Smith, recall reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Okay. Lexmark Printers, and this is the last one of the product recalls, and then we're going to move on to the food recalls. So Lexmark Printers, it's a problem with overheating. Seems to be a problem with a lot of appliances, so let's go with this one.
The doctor is in.
Lexmark Printers can light you up. Lexmark International now recalls its Lexmark Specialty Printers models MS725 DVN and MX725 ADVE. The printer can overheat with fire and burn hazards. About 43,510 units were sold in the U.S. and 4,000 were sold in Canada online at lexmark.com. CDW Logistics, Tech Data Product Management Incorporation, and Insight Direct USA between June 2018 and November 2024. Immediately stop using these recalled printers and contact Lexmark at 1-866-470-1574 or email them at safety@lexmark.com for a free repair part that addresses this issue.
Dr. Howard Smith, recall reports.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Okay, let's move on now with the recalls from the Food and Drug Administration, and these today include monkey spit barbecue sauce, prepared monkfish liver, pearl milling pancake mix, that's the old Aunt Jemima pancake mix, Paris golden raisins, Colussi chocolate cookies, and Shirakiku corn curry puffs. All right, first one, the monkey spit barbecue sauce. Here we go.
The doctor is in.
Monkey spit barbecue sauces have hidden allergens. Monkey Spit LLC is now recalling Monkey Spit barbecue sauce, Best Buy 11/7/2026A, Swamp Mob barbecue sauce, which is Best Buy 12/13/2025A, and Atomic Mop barbecue sauce, Best Buy 3/19/2026D. Actually, let me start thinking, because I think I said Monkey Spit Mop. It's actually, so let's do that again. Here we go.
The doctor is in.
Okay. Monkey Spit LLC is now recalling Monkey Mop barbecue sauce, Best Buy 11/7/2026A, Swamp Mob barbecue sauce, Best Buy 12/13/2025A, and Atomic Mop barbecue sauce, Best Buy 3/19/2026D. These barbecue sauces contain undeclared milk, soy, or wheat, with a serious or life-threatening threat to individuals with allergies to any of these ingredients. Immediately stop using these products and return them to the place of purchase for a full refund. If you need more information, you can call Monkey Spit at 1-714-514-8445 or email the company at Karen@monkeyspithotsauce.com.
Dr. Howard Smith, recall report.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Next, we have prepared monkfish liver. Let's go into this now. Here we go.
The doctor is in.
Prepared monkfish liver has hidden milk. The New York Mutual Trading Company, sounds like an insurance company, not a food company. New York Mutual Trading Company Incorporated now recalls its prepared monkfish liver due to undeclared milk allergens. Individuals Let's do that again. New York Mutual Trading Company is now recalling its prepared monkfish liver due to undeclared milk allergens. Individuals with milk allergies risk a serious or life-threatening reaction. The product was sold in Florida, Georgia, Maryland, New Jersey, and New York, primarily through restaurants and at some retail stores. Stop using this product and return it to the place of purchase for a full refund. If you need more information, call New York Mutual Trading Company at 1-213-626-9458 or email the company at la.foodsafetygrp, which I suspect stands for group, at mutual.us.
Dr. Howard Smith, recall report.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Okay, next we've got the pancake mix, and has hidden milk, undeclared milk in it, and it's a problem for people with milk and certain dairy allergies. So let's go.
The doctor is in.
Pearl Milling Company Original Pancake and Waffle Mix has hidden milk in it. The Quaker Oats Company is recalling its Pearl Milling Company Original Pancake and Waffle Mix. Lots that are labeled BBD September 13, 2025P. The packages contain undeclared milk, and those with an allergy to milk could develop a serious or a life-threatening allergic reaction should they consume the product. This recalled pancake waffle mix was sold in Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Minnesota, Mississippi, Nebraska, Utah, and Wisconsin. Stop using the product and discard it. If you have questions and are looking for a refund, contact Quaker Consumer Relations at 1-800-407-2247.
Dr. Howard Smith, recall report.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world. Just a reminder that if you have any questions about these recalls or have any comments about my reports in general, you can text right now to 617-488-9699. Eventually, we will have two-way calling when I have programs which are dedicated to looking at treatments, and we have some guests come on that can talk with you and answer your questions about specific issues, specific health issues. Next, Para's Premium Golden Raisins have sulfites in them. So here we go.
The doctor is in.
Para's Premium Golden Raisins have sulfites in them. Apna Wholesale Incorporated is now recalling Para's Premium Golden Raisins, and the raisins contain undeclared sulfur dioxide. Those who are sensitive and allergic to sulfites risk severe or life-threatening allergic reactions should they consume the product. These sulfite-bearing raisins were sold in New York and Massachusetts at Apna Bazaar Farmers Market retail stores. Do not consume these recalled raisins, but instead return them to the place of purchase for a full refund. If you need more information, contact Apna Wholesale at 1-516-807-4555.
Dr. Howard Smith, recall report.
From Boston, the medical capital of the world.
We gotta be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're gonna run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm gonna run around in circles, flatten my arms, and make
I hear some
noises
sound.
like this.
Where's the picture?
When it comes to playing, we kids are the pros.
We're eating right too.
Well, no picture, so let's move on. Let's move on to Colussi.
Start one.
Click today and join
Oh,
the
there it is.
Nice.
Can I help you? Keep your eyes on the road, bro. You've got a lot to see. Oh my, oh my. Whatever it is distracting you, it ain't worth dying for. So you've got a life to live. Here we go. Yeah. Keep your eyes on the road, bro. We've got a lot to see. Oh my, oh my. Keep your eyes on the road, bro.
Definitely good advice. Keep your eyes on the road. What happened to Colussi here? That's strange. What happened to Colussi? Let's go down here and see. Let's see. Well, we seem for some reason to be missing some of the reports, so we will add these later. Anyway, so that's it for the live stream now, and thanks for clicking in. We'll do these occasionally and hopefully have some guests that can speak with you directly. So take care, have a great day, and I thank you for joining me.